Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. Well, Changsha is pretty rainy right now, so we're trying to get out of here. But instead of taking a plane, luckily China made all these high-speed rails, Shinkansen or bullet trains, if you will. So we're right in front of the McDonald's. We're not hungry at all because we just ate, and it's 9 p.m. And we're going to take the midnight train all the way to, where are we going?
Guangzhou,
Guangzhou? How long is it going to take?
3 hours.
So Changsha, Guangzhou, 3 hours. I don't know what else to say, let's go. When you first approach the train station, it feels a lot like an airport. The road goes right up to the entrance, and you can get dropped off at the front door. There was this lone soldier up on the pedestal with some kind of gun, which looked kind of cool. I've noticed that at large transportation hubs, you see cops holding their guns, standing in some kind of formation, or they just leave their vehicles parked in an obvious place. They don't really bother you, it's more of a way to intimidate troublemakers here in China. Your ticket is tied to your ID, so 99% of passengers just walk through the gate and tap their national ID to get through. But if you're like me, then you need to use your passport. At each of these gates, there's one manual gate on the end that you can use to get through. There's not a lot of foreigners in China right now, so this line is usually empty, or it has a lone old person who just needs help. The station itself is a massive building with a large seating area in the middle with surprisingly enough seats for everyone. That's not something you see a lot of in China. Along the perimeter, there's shops and restaurants like McDonald's and Starbucks. This particular station had a Starbucks on each end, and we accidentally ordered a coffee on the wrong Starbucks and had to go all the way to the other side. Since there wasn't heavy security like the airport, we got there 30 minutes before the train left, which gave us plenty of time. There's escalators on the sides that lead you to your platform below the main waiting area. So, the good thing about a bullet train is you don't have to go through all the airport security. So for short trips, even if the train is slower, in the end it ends up being quicker because you don't have to go through the freaking airport and spend 2 hours on each side. So, but I've never done this before, so let's see how it goes. Changsha to Guangzhou is a little over 600 kilometers, or 400 miles, and the trip takes just under 3 hours. This is the perfect distance for high-speed rail trips, and I would always choose a bullet train over a plane or driving at this distance any day. We chose to travel on economy for this trip, and the seats were similar in size to economy plus on an airplane, I think. I'm a tall boy and I had plenty of leg room. It was a bit dirty though where my seat was, nothing major, just some tissue on the floor. Even though we were traveling at 300 kilometers per hour, or about 200 miles per hour, the ride was extremely smooth. My neighbor left his drink on the table for multiple stops and it didn't budge at all. Since it was the night train, there wasn't much that I could see out the window unless we were near a city. People ask me what China is like, and I always tell them it's like Blade Runner. The large, ominous, concrete slab buildings dotted with lights give you that cyberpunk dystopian feel, especially on a rainy night like this. As for the amenities, there was no Wi-Fi, but since we're on the ground we could just use our normal cell phone service. There's even a little TV. But instead of movies, they had ads to work for the rail line or join the army. There was also a snack cart that rolled through the aisles and an entire snack train car, but I didn't get anything. When we arrived in Guangzhou, we waited a bit for everyone to clear out so we could get these shots of the seats. It was really casual on the way out, and we were outside the station almost immediately. However, there were a ton of taxi drivers and chaos on the streets as everyone was trying to get a ride. We got a lift to a hotel, stayed the night, went to an amusement park, and were on a train at the end of our 24 hours in Guangzhou. Perfect for a day trip. Wow, Guangzhou, a tier 1 Chinese city. And we got here all with the bullet train. And I got my shrimp trips. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed my little video, our little video. I don't know how people like do it. They like film in like planes and stuff. It's like super awkward. Luckily, at the very end of the trip, everyone left, so I could get some good like wide shots and everything of the seats. So I think we're good. So I'll see you guys later.